Hi, my name is Brandon, and today I'm going to be talking about Chipotle's cash and internal controls for the Accounting Go See It video. The Chipotle as a company, real quickly we'll go over that. Chipotle is a corporation. It's a separate legal entity. It's under Delaware state law, and Chipotle is what's called a fast casual restaurant. Now, why Chipotle, you might be asking. The reason I wanted to focus on Chipotle is two reasons. One is that almost everyone in the area knows what Chipotle is, but the other is because Chipotle had a recent food scare in 2016 that we can see how it affected their income statement and financial statement. Since we're focusing on cash, we'll be talking about the balance sheet, and I'm going to show you how that directly affected it using that annual report where the financial statement is located. Now, cash is recorded using the cash register through a point of sale system. It is evaluated through internal control principles, and in particular I'm going to focus on two real briefly. The first is the segregation of duties. In particular, they have a clerk who handles the cash or the debit or credit cards EFT system, and from there later, a cashier will confirm the accuracy of the shift totals. Now, Chipotle only has one cash station. They don't have several, so there's only one cash person, a clerk, and they only have one cashier who later will go through and analyze it for each store. Now, the second piece of it is the documentation procedures that they have. That's our second internal control we're talking about. In particular, anytime they do a sale, they will give you a receipt for every single transaction. You can choose not to keep it if you don't want to, otherwise you'll still get a cash receipt. I always get one just for internal verification, and so we're always given that breakdown as a client or as a customer. Now, when we're talking about reporting of cash, cash is reported on Chipotle's consolidated balance sheet. You're going to find that under cash and cash equivalents. Cash is the funds that are received to the company through the point of sale system for each different store. The cash equivalents Chipotle defines as highly liquid investment instruments with initial maturity of 3 months or less. So that's what we're looking at when we're talking about cash and cash equivalents. Now, Chipotle does have an independent internal verification. They have internal auditors who look at the information weekly and look for any kind of errors. Now, Chipotle follows GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, and they do have an external auditing company that they use for the annual report, and that's what they use for their company. It's called Ernst & Young, and you can find that on the annual report. Now, the reason I wanted to focus on Chipotle in particular was that they had a significant difference between 2015 and 2016 on their balance sheet and other financial statements as well because of that E. coli scare. In 2015, to give you some kind of numbers here, in 2015 on the cash and cash equivalents section on the consolidated balance sheet, you can see that in 2015 the number was $248,005,000. That was the 2015 cash equivalents number on there. Now in 2016 it dropped to $87,880,000. So you can see a very significant change between the 2 years. It does not appear Chipotle has really recovered from this either. So it'll be interesting to see going forward how Chipotle is able to respond to that. So that's my report, and once again, this is Brandon talking about Chipotle's cash and internal controls. Thanks.